I'm Leslie Fightmaster. This is Fightmaster Yoga. I'm welcoming you back to your mat. Today we're going to do some work on our lower body, so the legs and the glutes and the hips. Do a little stretching and a lot of strengthening. Get 2 blocks and a strap, something to sit up on, roll out your mat, and let's get started. So we'll begin sitting up nice and tall. Let's change the cross of the shins so that the other one is in front. The funny shin. Close your eyes and just start to take some long breaths in and out through the nose. So just this few moments of centering, we can start to shift our focus toward our yoga. Begin to become aware of the sitting bones grounding down. Start to lift away from there. Lengthening through the spine, lift the chest, and let your shoulder blades relax. And now bring your hands together in front of the heart and take a moment to set an intention of your choice. All intentions are welcome. And releasing the hands, let your eyes softly blink open. And we'll come onto our back. So if you're sitting up on something, move it off to the side and come onto your back. And then draw your right knee into your chest and extend your left leg out onto the floor. Start to circle your right ankle in one direction and reverse it. Keep the left toes pointed up to the ceiling. And then inhale, extend your right leg up, holding on behind the leg. Or if you want to use a strap, you're welcome to use a strap. Let's take a couple breaths here, just stretching out the hamstrings. And now bend your right knee, hold on to your shin and open the leg to the right. Stretching the inner thigh, the outer hip. And then bring it back to center. Take it to the left, little twist, keeping the knee bent, looking right. And then bring it back to center and release it. Hug the left knee in, extend the right leg out, circle the left ankle in one direction. Keep the right toes pointed up. Circle the other way. As you inhale, extend the left leg up, stretch it out. Keep that left hip moving forward. And stretching out the hamstrings here. And then we'll bend the knee, hold on to the shin, open to the left, look over the right shoulder, or you can just look straight up. I'm just stretching that inner thigh again, outer hip. And inhale it back to center, switch hands and twist. Take it over to the right side looking left. We might get a little crack in the spine, which always feels kind of good. And then come back to center, bend both knees. Roll to your right with your left hand, press on up. And then crossing at the shins, let's come forward and just into down dog. Grab the sides of your mat and take your feet wide. Bend both knees, stick your buns way up high and just stretch out. Keep your belly pulling in. Keep pinning the outer hips in towards center. And take another breath here. Stretch back. And then let's walk the hands and the feet toward each other. So you walk the hands toward the feet toward the hands. Folding forward, bend the knees here as needed. If the legs are straight, make sure to firm the leg muscles and shift your weight toward the balls of the feet a little. Your hands don't touch the floor is fine, wherever. And then bending the knees, feet are hip socket distance apart. Push your belly right onto your thighs and reach your arms up for chair pose. Make sure the knees point straight ahead. So they don't want to go open or close, just straight ahead. And then instead of sticking your buns out, drop them down. And then slowly come all the way up. Pull your belly in, come right up onto your tiptoes. And then slowly set it back down and again into Utkatasana. Sitting low, but dropping your buns down. Belly in. Slowly to come up. All the way again up to the tiptoes. Reach up tall, pull the belly in, relax the shoulder blades. And then slowly back down one more time. Drop your buns down, sit back, chair pose. Take one more breath here. And up again, slowly. Way up onto the tiptoes. If you fall out of it, no worries. Let's release the arms and coming down to the front of the mat. Let's take your feet about as wide as your mat. Point your toes out if you know when you come into a low squat that your toes are usually pointed out. If you know you can do the low squat with your feet parallel, then do that. Either way. We're coming down into Malasana with a long spine. Instead of letting your back round, keep the spine long. You don't have to go all the way. You can start, you can go to here. And inhale, slowly reach up. Exhale, lower back down. Again, slowly, reach up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. Reach nice and tall. Exhale down. One more. Press inhale. All the way up, stretching tall. Exhale, slowly down. And now this time, reach your arms forward. And then bring the hands to the floor. Begin to straighten the legs. Walk them into about hips width and fold. And bring them together or hips width is up to you. Fold over the legs. And then a little bend in the knees. Inhale. Come on up. Reach up nice and tall. Look up. And exhale the hands down. Turn to face the long side of your mat. Step your feet out. Turn your right leg all the way out and your back toes in. Line up heel to arch. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, warrior two. So don't hold this one. If it gets to be too much, you can always just take a little break and then come back in. Otherwise, keep that knee bent. Right over the middle toes. Back, inner thigh lifts. Traditionally, you gaze over the fingertips. Keep dropping this front hip down. And breathe. Relax the shoulders. You might start to feel it. It's okay. It is temporary, I promise. Building a little strength and heat. Now we're keeping the front knee bent. We'll lean forward. You can either take your forearm to your thigh or, my brick is not handy. Or take your hand to the brick and reach over. For side angle, keep the knee bent. Try and open up the chest toward the ceiling. A few more breaths here. Press into the front heel. Drop the front hip down. Few more breaths. Press firmly into your front heel and come on up. Bring your feet to parallel. I'll do the other side. So make sure you're still heel to arch. Inhale your arms up and then bend the left knee over the ankle. Be sure your knee is right over your middle toes. Lift your back inner thigh up. Gaze over the fingertips, making sure your back arm is as high as your front arm. Lift your chest and breathe. So again, building some heat, some strength in the legs. Pressing into that front heel, lifting the back inner thigh. And remember, if you need a break, you can take a break. And then lean forward. You can take a forearm to thigh or bring the hand down to the brick for side angle. So bringing the back hip forward. Open the chest toward the ceiling. If you are using the brick, just gently press the knee into the arm. That'll help keep it over the middle toes. Steady breaths. Draw in through the low belly. Open the chest toward the ceiling. Just a few more breaths. And then inhale, press into the front heel, come on up, and bring your feet parallel. Toes in slightly toward each other. Bring the hands to the hips and open up the chest as you inhale. Hinge from the hips, come forward, bring your fingertips to the floor, pull the chest forward on an inhale. Firm the legs all the way into the hip bones, and then fold in any amount. Shift the weight toward the balls of your feet. And then head up, inhale. Hands to the hips, exhale. Inhale to come up, and let's step or hop the feet together back to the front. Take your feet, hip socket distance apart, hands on hips. Keep your right foot in the front and step your left foot back. About, just to make sure that the knee is over the ankle. Lift your hip bones up toward your low ribs. Now you can stay right here, or you can bend the back knee any amount and straighten it out. If your balance is good, you can add the arms up. Bend and straighten. 3 more times. Bend and straighten. Keep the right hip pulling back. Bend and straighten. How many times was that? Bend and straighten. I think 1 more. Bend and straighten. Bring your hands back to your hips for balance. We're going to come right into chair pose. So bring that foot back, lift up, sit back, drop your butt down. 2 breaths. Fold in. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bring hands to hips and come all the way back up. Now we'll keep the left foot in the front and hands to hips to start. Step the right foot back. So you want to step it back far enough so that the left knee is over the ankle. Then lift your hip bones up toward the lower ribs, even if that bends your back knee a little. Then you can work on straightening it. Now you're welcome to stay here, or you can bend the knee a little bit or bend it a lot. And straighten. Inhale and exhale. Add the arms if you like. We'll do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I think 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. So again, we're going to come right into chair pose. Sit back, drop your butt for 3 and 2, weight in the heels, and 1 fold. Shift the weight toward the balls of the feet, and then bring the hands to the hips, and come on up. Turn to the long way again. Step the feet out this time, turn your toes out, and your heels in. Then, I'm going to start to bend in to this goddess pose, wide horse stance. So trick is press the knees back as your butt goes down. Then bring the arms out to the sides. Bring your right arm on top of the left. Either touch the backs of the hands, the shoulders, or the palms. Then drop your butt down again. Lift your hip bones up, press the knees back. Then inhale, come up. Don't straighten the legs all the way. Keep a little bend. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale. Exhale. A little lower if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Don't straighten all the way. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Bring the arms up. Left on top of right. Touch the shoulders, palms or backs of the knees. Lift the chest. Again, drop your butt down. Press your knees back. Lift your belly. So inhale. Not quite straight. Exhale. Lift up and lower. Keep the belly in, lift and lower. Your legs might be shaking. Mine are. Lift and lower and lift. Lower down. One more time up, not all the way up. Lower and hold. Belly in, inhale, arms out and up. Slowly, all the way straight. And take the feet to parallel. Open the chest, inhale, look up. Toes in a little, exhale to fold. This time grab your big toes if you can reach them. Inhale to lengthen. And fold, exhale. And then head up, inhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale to come up. Step or hop your feet together. Coming back to the front with your feet, again, about hip socket distance apart. Come back into chair. This time, we're going to sit all the way down. So sitting back in chair, you can have your hands down first if you like, or sitting down all the way with your spine really long. Lift. Boat pose. This will get right into the hip flexors. 3. Belly up, belly in. 2. And release. Sitting up nice and tall. So if you have any back issues, you're going to stay sitting tall. Otherwise, follow me. We're going to lean back and come back up. So inhale, squeeze the legs, lift the chest, and lower. Exhale up. Belly in. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Gets the tops of the legs. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Sitting down. Let's take the soles of feet together. We'll stretch out a little bit. Knees apart. Sit up on a cushion if you want more length in the spine. Lengthen, inhale. Hinging forward, exhale. Hopefully that feels good. It does for me. Let your shoulders go a little bit. And then inhale to come up. Extend the legs in front of you. Have a block handy. We're going to bend the right knee back and try and keep the knees in line with each other. If it's really uncomfortable, try sitting up your left hip on the brick. Now you might just stay right here, sitting up nice and tall, or if possible, lean yourself back so you start to stretch out the front of the leg. I'm just going to move this out of the way for me, but you don't have to. Stretching out the front of the leg, maybe come onto your forearms. Maybe lay all the way back. So just go to where it is comfortable for you to stay and breathe. If you feel like it's too much, it probably is. And then if you're all the way down, start to make your way up. Straighten out your right leg, bend the left knee back. Make sure that the knee points straight ahead, and then feel free to prop up that right hip with a cushion or a block. You can stay right here or lean back to the forearms maybe, or just lean back a little bit. Lean back until you feel some stretch in the front of the leg. But if it hurts your knee, come back up. Maybe all the way down if that works for you. It may not. And then if you're all the way down, start to bring yourself back up. Take that leg in front, bend both knees, and come onto your back. Have your heels under the knees for bridge. We're gonna lift up, roll the shoulders under bridge pose. Reach your buns toward the backs of your knees. If you have a brick handy, you can hold it between your inner thighs, which will help to strengthen, and make sure your alignment's correct. You want to spin the inner thighs down. We're just going to do one bridge. I'm going to hold it for a little bit and working on our glutes, our hamstrings strengthening. So keep lifting up, but reaching your buns toward the backs of your knees and your hip bones toward your low ribs. 2 breaths. And come on down. Release and into happy baby. Draw the knees in toward the armpits. Gently rock yourself side to side. Hopefully that's feeling nice. Then take your feet to the floor with the knees bent. Just drop your knees off to your left and look over your right shoulder. If you want a deeper twist, cross your right knee on top of the left. And then knees to center. And take your hips to the left slightly, knees to the right. You can also cross left knee over the right knee. Look over the left shoulder. And then everything back to center as we come into our final resting pose into Shavasana. So make sure that your low back is long, let your feet flop open, let your shoulder blades come down toward the waist, arms by your sides. Let everything just sink right into the floor. Quiet mind, quiet body, Shavasana. a slightly deeper breath in. Exhale. Moving your fingers and your toes. Hands and feet, arms and legs stretch. Bending the knees, rolling to your right, just for a moment. Pause here. And using your left hand, come on up, let your head come up last. I got a quote, just a short one today. Unknown author. Sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. Let's bring our hands together, hands to your forehead, reminding you to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to your heart, reminding you to have clear and loving intentions. Hands to your mouth, reminding you to have clear and loving communications, sending out this positive energy you created to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. We worked our legs. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit stronger in the legs, and then we stretch them out so that you can hopefully walk just fine tomorrow. Don't forget to push the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with your best friend so we can all start practicing together, sending out this positive energy everywhere. Go to fightmasteryoga.com and join our mailing list. Stay up to date with what we're doing and donate if you can. We are so grateful for donations. They really, really keep us going so that we can provide yoga classes all the time. So have a great day, most importantly, and see you next time. Bye.